Mozilla Firefox is a thing. Let's talk about it. Matt Lewis?
Not a great browser. I'd go to Chrome.
Yeah.
It's probably worse than Safari, which is pretty hard to beat.
I think Mozilla Firefox was amazing in like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, I can't really remember the last time I used it.
It was built to compete with Internet Explorer. That was it. It was for everybody who had a computer. It wasn't IE.
Mozilla is in the news because, as you're alluding to, their CEO has just been chased out of town. I'm not sure if he's ever going to find work again because he donated.
I'm sure we'll hire him.
$1,000 to Prop 8 a couple of years ago during the Prop 8 campaign in California. He donated $1,000.
Yeah.
Not a fan of gay marriage. He's like, I'm going to donate some money. And now, OkCupid, we talked about this before, they started up this campaign to get him ousted, and it worked. Now Mozilla's canned him.
This is saying a lot that OkCupid has enough power
I know, isn't that incredible?
to chase out a CEO. That doesn't make any sense.
We went through a pretty big transformation in this country if having that thought is enough to get you fired in just like a 3 or 4 year window.
Because Barack Obama,
transformed
2 years ago.
Yeah. Evolved or something.
Would have potentially not been able to run a browser in this country. No matter what side of the issue you're on, it is a little bit scary to think that having a difference of opinion over a pretty hot button political issue could cost you your job or get you essentially drummed out of, not just drummed out of polite society, but unemployable.
I'm less concerned with the actual facts of the issue, but I agree with you. 5 years ago, this opinion would have been perfectly legitimate to have. 5 years later, you can lose your job over it.
That's a chilling message to people to keep your damn mouth shut if you're on the wrong side of this issue. We saw this happen with the religious liberty debate in Arizona, where people who didn't want to be a photographer at a gay wedding were tantamount to Jim Crow era people saying you can't sit at the lunch counter.
I am kind of surprised at which the pace in the course of my lifetime, my short lifetime.
You're very
at the pace
young.
at which
very young and handsome.
Thank you very much. At the pace at which all these arguments go from contentious and two-sided to settled matters. There's some conservatives who are responding to this by saying, now I'm not going to use Mozilla anymore. This is and they're trying to ramp up a campaign to actually get conservatives not to use Mozilla. Is that a good response to this?
That's so stupid.
Well,
we're mad at Mozilla because they had a person that was against gay marriage. Now we're going to boycott it because that person no longer works there. So that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, actually.
The amount of people who now have got a problem with Mozilla because, one, they use Chrome, and then two, they don't like whichever side of the politics. I mean, Mozilla's finished as a company, pretty much. People are going back to Internet Explorer.
Yeah, for kitschy, sort of nostalgic reasons,
It's
probably.
the hipster browser.
It's like drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Nothing wrong with that.